Alrighty, artists. So when we are ready for the final step, that would be after step 6 is done. After you've added those geometric lines, you can move on to the final step, where really I'm kind of requiring you to just ask yourself some questions about your piece. So number one, we want to make sure that our designs show variety. So we want to make sure we have varying thickness of lines, some thin, some thick. If you don't have variation, you want to go in and make some of those lines thicker, thinner, and have a little bit of fun with that. You want to make sure you have different shapes and different sizes of shapes so that you see that variety in the shapes as well. Second goal is to make sure we have a design that shows some unity. So repeating elements that go throughout the artwork. So for example, repeated shapes, repeated motifs, repeated lines, and that will actually create a really nice rhythm in your work if you have some kind of repetition. Sometimes it might even be a pattern that you've created as well. So those are the overall goals. So I'm going to go back and just take a look, make sure that I have that. I do have some varying thicknesses and lines. If I wanted to go back and change that, I just have to make sure I'm on my line layer, and I can go back to my shape tool, and I can go in and add thickness to some of those lines if I would like. So if I'm not feeling like I have enough variety, again, just go in and refine some of those things a little bit, add more lines right next to the one line you have. It's another easy way to thicken them up a little bit too. So I think that's looking pretty good. And then when you are ready to move on to the next step here, essentially, once you've had this all finished, you are then ready to move on to color. So that is going to be a separate tutorial in itself because it is definitely a lot different to add color on your Pixlr document than it is to add it here as if you were in person working with oil pastels. So we'll be talking a little bit about gradients and how to create a kind of a blend from one color to another color in the next video.